Hello guys, get into this New Year's Eve look with me. If you'd like to see how I achieve this look, please keep watching. Okay, so first I went in with my Zara Cosmetics primer and I put that all over my face. I usually blend out my primers with a brush. I always do that. And then I'm going in with my Hagan Esther Photo Perfect foundation. If you'd like to know what shade I use, please leave a comment in the comment section. But anyway, I do pump the foundation all over my face and I blend it all out after. I'm using this foundation brush from Younger Beauty that I love so much. It is so worth it. I bought it on my trip to Nigeria and this foundation brush is just amazing. Then I'm going in with my Zara Cosmetics concealer. I haven't used this concealer before. This was my first time using it. So I placed it as I usually would. My normal way of placing concealer all over my face. And then I don't put any concealer on my nose anymore. I just use extra bit of concealer left on the beauty blender for highlighting my nose now. And here I am going in to blend out the concealers in the places that I placed it. So I started with my chin and then under my eyes, and then eventually I blended out my forehead. And here I am blending out some concealer on the bridge of my nose quickly there, and then blending out my forehead. I'm just checking that I've done it properly and then going over it again. So I didn't really like the coverage of the concealer under my eyes, so I went back in with some e.l.f. Camo Concealer for that full coverage, and I only did that underneath my eyes because I just wanted it to be a bit more coverage and a bit brighter. Yeah. And I'm still blending all that out with my beauty sponge from OPV Beauty. And then as always, I'm going back in with my foundation brush just to make sure that everything is seamless at the edges and that everything's more blended out all over. And then to set my highlighted areas, I'm going in with my Egg and Esther face powder in the shade HC22. I'm pulling my face like that because I didn't want my under eyes to crease. That just keeps my skin nice and taut so that I can really push the powder in and so I don't get any creases. I'm going to do a full detailed video on this. If you would like any other videos, please leave your suggestions in the comments section below. And then after doing that, I'm going in with my Revolution Glow Splendor bronzer. My favorite bronzer. It's just nice and deep and dark, and I love how it blends out so easily. I don't have to stress too much with this bronzer in terms of blending. I just put it on and it blends amazingly. And then here you see me bronzing up my nose. It's just nice and easy. I just try to go in a straight line. I do tend to blend it into my eyebrows as well, so that it's a bit more seamless. And then I do a little bit of a triangle at the bottom of my nose, and then I go in with my Chanel setting powder to bake my under eyes. I do also use that as a chance to straighten up my nose, as you will see in the next few clips. And then for eyeshadow, I'm going in with the Tammy and Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette. Just going in first with that orange shade. You can use any orange shade you have with you. And then I'm going in my crease first as much as possible. There's a little bit of a crease on my eyelid, but I didn't really bother about that. I just usually would blend it out with the eyeshadow anyway. So there's no crease left on my actual eyelids when I'm done with my eyeshadow. So I just blend in that orange shade quite well in the crease and just above the crease, and then I use that yellow shade to blend it out up towards my eyebrow. And then I'm going in with that purple shade just at the outer V area, and I'm also going to blend that in towards my crease to take it in towards the eyes a little bit and towards the end of the eyelids, and just make sure to blend that in well with the orange shade that's at the top. And then I'm using my e.l.f. Camo Concealer again as my eyeshadow base, and I'm going to apply that on both eyelids. And then I use my finger to tap it in so that I don't have too much of a mess, and to keep it in a more controlled area, and to make sure that I tap off a load of the excess. And I'm going in with that shade from the Jackie Aina and ABH palette. It looks white in the pan, but it comes off as very light gold with some shimmer, which is amazing. After tapping that on, I go in with the shade Pinker just at the base there, at the edge where the yellow gold meets the purple, so that it's not too harsh in those areas. And I make sure to blend that in quite well. Next, I'm going in with my liquid felt tip liner. This is from Yanga Beauty, and I just use that to do a little bit of a winged liner. Not going too crazy, but not going too small either. Just a little bit of thickness, just something to anchor the look basically. And then after that, I'm going in with my Yanga Beauty mascara as well, just to coat my lashes in preparation for my falsies. And then I'm going in with my favorite face powder of the year. This is from Zaron Cosmetics, and I'm just going to use that to tap away and tap off the baking powder that I've put on. And I do this quite gently and slowly because I don't want to mess it up. And I do this on both sides and also on my nose as well. And then after doing all that, then I will go back in with my initial foundation brush to tap in powder all over my face and to blend all that into my skin as well. Then I'm going to go on to do my brows. So I'm just brushing up my brow hairs. I'm going to do that on both sides so that it's nice and in a good position and for me to start to carve up my brows. I'm going in with clear eyebrow glue. You can use Duo or you can use any brand that you like. And I'm just going to coat all my brow hairs as possible with some of the some of the eyelash glue. And then I'm going to brush them in place again, and then I'll be using my finger to tap them down to make sure they stay in position, which I will do now. And then I'm going in with some eyebrow pencil. The lighting changed a bit here. I'm sorry guys, I'm not sure what happened, but the light went a bit yellow. But anyway, I'm just lining the bottom of my brows, and I'm gonna fill in some of the sparse areas of my eyebrows before I go at the top and line the top of my brow as well, to join both of them at the tail and elongate it just slightly. And then I'm gonna fill in my brows again. I'm doing the same thing on the other eyebrow. And then I brush up my brow hairs again and also blend the eyebrow pencil into my brows. And then for this next step, I do go in with some concealer just to carve out my brows or to make them a bit cleaner. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. It depends on how bad my brows are and how freshly shaved they are. In this case, they weren't very clean, so I decided to go in with concealer at the bottom, and then also use some eyeshadow to bring back some of the blending shades that I put down before. And then I'm going in with some blush from the Tammy Ann Makeup Revolution palette again. It's like I use this palette in every video. I love the shade of the blush so much, so I always reach for it. So I put some blush on both my cheeks. I put a little bit on my nose as well. And then after that, I'm going to spray my face with that vitamin C face spray. It's not an actual makeup spray, I just use it as such. Sometimes I use it as primer as well, but I'm trying to finish it. But anyway, I'm going in with some gel liner. Again, this is the Attitude gel liner from Yanga Beauty. And then I'm using that purple shade that I used on my eyelids at the bottom of my lashes as well, just to give it a little bit of a color at the bottom. I haven't done this in a while, but I just thought it would look cute for this look, so I did, and it came out great. And then I'm going in with some mascara on my bottom lashes. I enjoy doing that a lot. I always go in with mascara on my bottom lashes. It just helps to complete the look for me. And I did go off camera to add some little rhinestones and also put my eyelashes on. Now I'm going in with some lip liner from La Reina Beauty. This is the shade Come Through, the deepest, brownest lip liner I've ever come across. It is lit and it's so creamy and beautiful. So I went this with this orange lip cream from Yanga Beauty because I wanted to create a custom nude shade that I didn't have. And then over the orange shade, I went in with the pink nude lip gloss. You can use any pink nude lip gloss that you have in your kit. And I just made sure to blend them both in very, very well. And then I went over or beneath those with a lighter brown lip liner just to blend it in properly and give it a bit more of a gradient, which is what I really wanted. But unfortunately I found that it wasn't working to what I wanted, so I added some brown nude lip gloss on top of that as well, and I blended that in, and then I was happy with the shade. And then I topped it all with some high shine lip gloss from Primark Beauty, and this just brought the shimmer, yes, and I just loved the finished look on my lips. And then I grabbed the Jackie Aina palette again and went in with the shade Soleil. And then I used that as my highlighter. And that works so beautifully. Like, woof, can you see the pigment? What? And I love using that shade as pigment. I've done that several times on my channel as well. If you're returning, that you will know that I do this all the time. And here I'm just showing you guys what the finished look looked like before I went off to change my outfit. And this is the finished look, guys. If you have enjoyed this video, please don't forget to click the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hopefully I will see you guys in my next video. Happy New Year!